Okay, it's 14th of April 2024, and the honesty is flowering pretty well now, and I don't think it's got a leader really. I don't know if it's been eaten by a snail or something, but it's a bit short, this one. The echinacea in there is still doing alright, and so is the eryngium and the sea holly. So this bed and this bed next to it have both been prepared for brassicas, been re-measured, re-mulched and sprayed with super soil. And hopefully next weekend, now I'm hardening off for brassicas, they'll go out in there next week. Fingers crossed, that's if the weather plays ball. So just have a look at the garlic in this bed here, and I'm really pleased with it. I think I've only lost about 4 bulbs over winter to, you know, the weather being so wet and everything. But this hardneck's looking really nice in here, and I think, you know, that one's probably the best one just there. Can't see no signs of allium leaf miner on all of them, but there is one what I'm a little bit concerned about, and I'll just show you that now. It's got some sort of weird growth. I had it last year on the garlic. You see that there? It's twisted. It's almost like it's got core and it can't snap the leaf off to grow out, and it's sort of just all twisted up. And I think that might be the allium leaf miner damage. What's caused when it gets in there, it sort of twists up all the growth and everything. So that's the only one so far that I can see with the twisted growth. So we'll see when I come to harvest them if I've got it or not. But other than that, we're looking real nice, green and healthy. I planted these on the 12th of October. Sorry, most of them on the 12th of October, some of them on the 19th, a week later. The ones closest to us were a week later. The softneck are doing really well in there, the second row, flavour. But yeah, I planted these on top of bush bean roots, and then I put about 2 or 3 inches of horse manure and compost down. Then it's had biochar on it, super soil, lots of amendments, and yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be the best crop I've had for garlic here. And starting to get a few weeds in here now, so probably going to take the net off sort of mid-May, and when I do that I'll perhaps give them another little quick feed, but get these weeds out as well. But it's looking pretty good for weeds so far. There's not that many in there. My broad beans are all doing okay. Some of them look a little bit sickly, where I think it was quite cold one of the nights last week or the week before, and slightly damaged them, but they're doing all right. They've sort of flopped and now they're standing back up again. There's plenty of flowers on them. We're looking pretty good really. So I was planning on having these as a green manure, you know, sort of like a cover crop sort of thing, and leaving just a few in, but I might leave a few more if I've got the space for them. This bed here is going to be possibly for my corn, but I don't need all this bed for corn, so I could probably plant it over this side and do other things in here after these are finished. So my no-dig potatoes on this side have started to come through. I noticed them yesterday, and I'll put this net over them for the, well, I'm going to put it over for the next couple of nights, just because it's going to get cold. There's some cold wind coming down from the north, and I don't want to burn the tips with the cold. So this fleece, not fleece, sorry, this little net's double laid on this bit, just to protect the new shoots coming through, because last year they got frosted off. So also in this bed here, I've got some more volunteer potatoes coming up, and I've pulled out quite a few from this bed already, but I'm probably just going to leave them now. A random bit of chard still growing here. It's probably going to flower soon. In fact, I think it started to send up a spike there, but just nice to get a few leaves of spinach, not spinach over chard. Oh, I found my windmill, didn't I, as well? But the leeks and the onions in here. These onions from Mike from Sow Grow Eat, the Troy sets he sent me, and they all seem to be doing really well. Can't see no allium leaf miner damage on those yet, but if I start to see all the growth go twisted on now, I've got it. So yeah, so the Troy sets are in this first bit, and then the leeks here, and then multi-sown onions in this bit here, which only popped out a couple of weeks ago, but they're still all in there, so they're all doing all right. And there's a few more volunteer potatoes coming up in here as well. The peas, I've taken off a little cloche today, and I've put some pea sticks in and made like a little spider web configuration with some string for them to climb up. And then I've just put a little bit of green wire around them, and that's just to protect them from the pigeons, so the pigeons don't gobble them all up before I get a chance to. But they have been eaten a little bit by slugs and stuff, but it's not looking too bad. I'm still quite happy with them. Hopefully they'll pull through. We've got a couple of nights of cold weather, but peas are pretty hardy, so that's okay. I'll probably just push that down a bit, that little fence, so nothing can creep underneath it. I've got some soft neck garlic here, which I haven't even bothered protecting from the allium leaf miner or anything. These are just home saved garlic cloves from a couple of years ago, only little small ones, but they seem to be doing pretty well. There's only 6 in there. I'll give them a bit of bloodfish and bone about a week or so ago. So I've had some tulips come out around here, little pink and white ones. They're going over now. There's a better couple just here that they look quite nice. It's still quite breezy here, as you can see. So I've got lots of flowers on my strawberries, which is absolutely amazing. They're looking really healthy and everything, and you're probably wondering, well, why the bloody hell will you put another net on to stop the pollinators from getting on there? Well, it's just like I say, for the next couple of nights, it's going to get cold, and I don't want any of these flowers to get frosted, like the black eyes, otherwise I'm going to lose them all. So this net on here, obviously, I'll probably use a fleece if I had a decent strong one, but the ones I've used in the past, a bit like toilet roll, where they just blow away, rip. But this net will just help keep a little bit of a cold wind off, and maybe insulate them enough so I don't lose them, or lose, you know, the majority of them. I had a bit of a result a moment ago. Another plot holder said to me, "Do you know what this is, Nick?" And I was like, "Yes, I do, it's a worm farm." And he's like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." So it just needs a tap. I haven't got a lid, but the lid, what I've got for this other bin, pretty much fits on there quite snugly, so I'm going to have to drill some holes in that. But if I can get a little, I don't want to twist it and break the legs off, but I'm sure, yeah, there's like a little gap somewhere for the leachate to come out and stuff. Where is it? Let's just hear that. Sorry, it's a bit of a... So yeah, just on this bit here, put a little tap on there and get the leachate out there. So it's a perfect little worm farm. Sorry, I'll try and get the camera right. Was, you know, awesome. It's not like I ain't got enough worms. So all my leaf moulds all doing well. The carrots, I've just given them a little bit of a water. They were looking a little bit dry on there, but yeah, there's some in there. I'll probably have to top them up a bit though, but definitely got some, which is good. So I've emptied this bay today into this middle one, and I've started filling this one up with grass clippings and new stuff. And it's at, so we'll look at the temperature. It's in the active, it's at, what's that, about 114 degrees Fahrenheit or 44 degrees Celsius. I bought a new thermometer, because these ones are okay, but don't twist them when you're pulling them out. Just pull them out straight, because if you keep twisting them, they come loose, and then that dial just spins around then, like my old one. In fact, I'll just show you on my old one. So this little thermometer here will just spin around that. So yeah, it's I need to sort of glue it in place when I can calibrate it to the right temperature. Hopefully I ain't broke it. But it's only about a tenner. So worm farm's doing really well. I just unwrapped it to show the guy who gave me that. I said to him, "Are you sure you don't want me to give you any worms to put in it?" And he's like, "No, it's too much hassle, you have it." So I showed him in here anyway, and that little mouse has got back in there again. It's all been chewed up on the top, but there's plenty of worms in there, and there's a little bit of leachate still coming through, which is good. Raspberries in here, all doing really well. The beauty berries coming back into leaf, which is good. Yeah, gonna have plenty of raspberries on here this year again. Those raspberries was one of my best crops last year. Just relentless. Couldn't eat them enough. But it's good, very tasty. Ah, I've got a lavender just come in. This was a customer who didn't want the pots anymore because it's too much hassle for her to water and get out, because she's getting elderly and she didn't want them, so she gave them all to me. And yeah, it's quite nice. First time I've seen it flower. The apple tree there, my little cherry tree there, both doing well. I'll show you the rhubarb in a minute when I get round. It's bonkers, it's going mental. It's massive, absolutely massive. A shed which I haven't done anything with still. The pile of crap though hasn't got any bigger, which is good. So all these gooseberries now, there's going to be quite a few on here this year. Looking forward to that. I will have to get these netted at some point and start to weed out this creeping buttercup. Ranunculus repens. It's a bit of a pain in the backside if you get that going everywhere. So the flowers all looking pretty good. I did catch a ladybird humping on this hollyhock here earlier. I'll put a little clip of that in here. In here, highly amusing, getting well stuck in, he was. So Jacob's ladder in there, I keep forgetting to plant that, but look at the size of this, look at the size of that. I mean, that is like one big stick of rhubarb there. I mean, this is just a monster. I've got no idea what variety it is, but it grows like a beast. The apple tree, step over apple tree is looking really good, and the cherry tree has got quite a little bit of blossom on it, which is looking really nice as well. Oh, the asparagus is starting to come through now. A couple of tips down there, it's coming through. We've got a nice big fat one over there, look. It's looking really good. And these little ones, the seedlings are just starting to come through now. Well, two of them are anyway. I can only see two. Hopefully this one will come through over here soon, because this was going to be a nice big one this year. So it looks like we're going to have some decent asparagus for a change. Look at the size of that. That's awesome. So water butt barrel thing I still haven't done anything with. Big pile of sticks that I pulled out the compost. I kept putting them all back in, and eventually I'm thinking, why am I putting them all back in? Because I'm just digging them all out all the time. So I'm just going to leave them here, and I'm just going to tread on them until they break down into wood chips and stuff. So this bed here is going to be for brassicas, kohlrabi, turnips, stuff like that. Cabbage, and the two beds at the end there, like I say, are going to be for broccoli and cauliflower. So yeah, pretty much all sorted out now. Been really busy. Turn around so you can see in the sun. But so yeah, hopefully everything's going to be alright and not get eaten by everything, like it normally does. It's a bit of a war zone up at the allotment. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and please give us a thumbs up if you want, and a subscribe, that would be much appreciated. And leave any questions or anything you've got, any queries or anything, in the comments. Yeah, it'd be great. Thanks a lot, Em. Goodbye.